Okay, welcome to game 14, as Gary reminded me of this match. Piotr is in a very strong position, needing just 2 more games to win. Hopefully we'll be joined by Lewis Mackay. Are you with us, Lewis?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can indeed.
Excellent.
Have you seen any of the previous 2 games?
I saw most of the previous one, and then the first one I missed the first 2 moves, but yeah, I've seen pretty much all there is to see so far.
Okay. So Piotr, nice opening rack.
Yes, easy start for him. Lydia, only one there. So, matter of where to place it, putting the eye on the star. It doesn't make too much difference where he plays it.
Yeah. Do you have any particular preference?
Maybe make it slightly harder to play 7s by putting the first D on the star, maybe. It's hard to say, really. As long as he plays it, it probably doesn't matter too much. But,
yeah, and not to waste too much time on it, I think.
Yeah. Good job he didn't pick Aries, so he's been there for 6 or 7 minutes thinking where to put it.
So this will put David under quite a lot of pressure with the match score and the starting bonus.
And he's drawn a very much different rack from what Piotr got. Just got 1 vowel, got the S, but GFW. He could play something like Gaupen through the first D.
That's exactly what. It's one of my favourite words. I love the word Gaupen.
He could play Gaupen full later.
Yeah. Both lovely words.
Is it Scots, that Gaupen?
I don't know if it's Scots, but it's always been known to me from a young age, Gaupen.
Right. And he's playing WoW, I would expect.
Yeah, WoW's good.
Look for his S. The NPS is too bad with the 2 floating vowels of Lydia, the MEA.
Quackle likes Gaupen with WoF being set. I don't suppose there's much in it. It actually prefers WoF under Lydia.
Yeah.
Again, not much of a big deal, I don't think.
No.
Decent move, WoF.
Piotr's drawn, well, reasonable rat, but spoiled by the UV and the duplicate L.
He's still got VAR, yeah.
Yeah, playing later, throwing with the V. Not argue with that, really.
Yeah, so going entirely for score, not worrying about the very poor leave of UL. Just take the points and run.
That's 40 or so, I think, 41.
Yeah, Quackle slightly preferred A vowel there, just to keep more consonant vowel balance, I think.
LU could easily become problematic.
Yeah.
David's Trepang, hopefully you'll see that as interesting as possible.
Yep. Pretty much unmissable, I think, for David.
I'm being told my audio is a bit soft. So
you are a bit, yes. I wondered if it was just me. Yeah, it's going down pretty quickly.
67.
Yeah, it's going to even the game up a bit.
Is that any better?
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
So this is an interesting situation where he's got the Q and the U, but may play the U off, leaving the Q.
Well, he can't score anything otherwise due to the lack of vowels on the board that are available. He can play. He's got the K for Kef, but
it might be worth considering.
He could play Dunk above Flavor.
That's Quackle's move, Dunk.
And you may have to change the Q later. I could pick an I. There's only one I gone. He can play QI or even QAT if he draws an A.
Yeah.
To see if they fangs. He's playing Dunk.
Yeah.
Not worrying about the S hook. And David's drawn a blank, so he could hit back with a double bonus here. Looks like he will. He's got things like Love Vine off the L. Do the obscure one first. Why not?
Nosedive. Nosedive is 4-timer.
Oh, Nosedive. Yes, that's much better. Yeah.
Which you should see, and you'll see lots of possibilities, and you should take the time to get the 4-timer.
So it's very much game on after Piotr's bonus start. David's played this one pretty well so far. The bonus and the was, and he should see Nosedive. Even though he's got things like Denotive or Evection, so he should see something, even if not the 4-timer.
Yeah, for once I'm not cheating. I'm looking at Quackle now, and I see Nosedive is the only one. But like you say, there's lots of bonuses, so you should definitely see a bonus. I think here it's worth taking your time to get the 4-timer.
Yeah,
because
there's also Oven-like, which is very interesting because it blocks all the floaters.
Yeah.
Kills the board, which he might be interested in doing, but it's probably too big a sacrifice. He's not going to be that far ahead.
I think if you were like 50-60 ahead, there might be a lot of mileage in that. But I suppose the problem with that is it would leave dunks, which is kind of hard to block.
Yes. He's seen it. He's seen it. He's lining it up.
Yep, nice. And there's no particular reason to look for another one. Once you've got one 4-timer, I think just play it pretty quickly.
Yeah. He's not putting vowels next to doubles, so that's good.
Yeah.
The V stops any 7s going under it. So there is, of course, you can hook on the end.
Yeah, so I think play that pretty quickly now.
Yeah, now that you've seen it.
Yeah, there we go.
90.
I think that describes Piotr's winning chances after that move.
Yes, it's amazing how things can quickly change around, but there's still lots of hope for him. He's got
of course,
yeah. Dump off the queue, got the Z for scoring.
Yeah, he's drawn an I and an A, so he can play the queue off at least. Maybe there's mileage in not playing it immediately because he can play it in a few places, but he's going to have to use up one barrel.
Yeah, I mean Zila. But the problem with that is it gives the Z. It blows horrible leave. Zap's a possibility, but again, that leaves the Z above the double letter for ZA, ZO.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it immediately. That doesn't give away a lot with the Z.
Yeah, I think I'm in favour of playing something like QI, QAT, QIN, leave the Z for next turn. Kind of how I feel at the moment. Because Zila gives a lot away, and it's a horrible leave.
Quite so, yeah. And David's drawn an S for dunks. Well, that's not going to be impeded, I don't think. So he's going to score well there next move.
Yeah.
Things like Job's.
Yeah.
It's remarkable how quickly things can change in Scrabble.
Yes.
You think you're... well, I know it's early days yet, but...
when you start, when Ledia is your first rack and you're 8-5 up, you think,
this is mine, but not so.
If you, assuming he's going to play one of the 3 small short Q words, QI, QAT, QIN, which do you favour?
Ooh, QIN, possibly.
Yeah, I'd go with that too. Yeah,
and that's what he's
going with. Yeah. I think the ZA makes more sense than ZI.
Yeah. So I imagine Jobs will go down pretty quickly here and done. Unless something doubling a M or a B with the J, which I don't think there is.
Could be. How about playing Job and keeping the S for dunks? Any mileage in that? Bottom left.
Yes, it does give the J away, but yes, he could do that. Although he's lined up Job, so he's probably thinking of doing that.
I think that's the standard play, isn't it? Which is
his opponent's going to score a lot less after Job's, other than Job. And he probably doesn't have an S. He's just played 2 tiles.
Yeah.
So
can't argue with Job's.
that gives him a very nice lead of about 70 or so, 69.
Okay, but Piotr does have counterplay.
Yes, he's drawn another S. I don't think he can hit the double at A12.
Yeah.
He could
How
play
about plots?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, plots.
Leaving bonus potential. Got nose dives and gas as a leave. You can play zap. It leaves an easy score with a Z. Zap and op and nah. Don't particularly like that. Yeah, there aren't great scores available considering yours got ZO, ZA,
will he float something out for Miasmata?
I doubt
Probably
it.
not. That would be fun. He could play Miasma, I guess, and those dives, but anyway, it's not his turn yet. Yes, he's lined up plots. He's obviously considering that. He could play Zap, as you said, the previous move, but has the same considerations.
Yeah,
in terms of counterplay.
Yeah, I mean, if we're not to know what David has, but if he does play Zap, something like Mam is going to go down for a bigger score, leaving a beautiful leave, which could often happen. Yeah, I quite like plots.
Yeah. Which you may feel like doing after this game is over.
Do you reckon miasma then? I might be inclined to keep my S.
Yeah. It is quite open miasma, but it's a good score. You could play admit, but that gives a lot of nice floaters, but not much. You could play Mama and NA. That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I quite like that with what he has. It's bold, but he has a strong leave. I don't think you can infer much from plots. Plots could be almost anything.
Yeah. Wide variety of racks that plots would make sense for.
So
no E for IMA8, sadly.
Yeah, I'd rather play Mama with a slight deficit, but even with a slight lead, I think it's still a strong move.
Yeah.
And David's not one to worry too much about the position side with the M and the triple and so on.
Yeah. Oh, he has lined up miasma.
He's looking miasma, yeah. Turnover.
Well, you've already got the good tiles on the rack. You don't need turnover in this situation.
Yeah, but I'm thinking more turnover, not so much turnover to get the good tiles, turnover because he has a lead, and this is going to put him a bonus ahead to get rid of a lot of tiles. Not in the sense of picking up better tiles.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
That's 37, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So he's 74 up now. Piotr has tiles he can score with, but he's not going to play a bonus with them. FH.
How about Afro?
Oh, under plots,
yeah.
Oh, he's playing that immediately.
Yeah, I think that's good. Nice bonus potential leave.
Keeping hag, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not immediately, but it should mature.
Yes. Is it a fro or afro? I'm not sure, but it could be a fro.
Afro, as in Kirpa.
Right, I thought that was capitalised though.
Oh, well, I thought it was all these years. Well, that's what it says in Ziziva.
Okay, fair enough. So Dweeb with a 37-point lead. Needs some vowels.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed, I mean, I seem to always get far more vowel and consonant trouble than other people playing these matches do. It hasn't really been a factor. Maybe they're much more skillfully maintaining their racks. Yeah, decent balance there again, which it might not have been. Keeping a T, you could have had lots of consonants.
Indeed. Something like Toby and NY.
That's nice. That is nice, yeah. does everything,
30.
scores, bonus potential.
Or Boney for a few more. But you may want to play one of the tees off.
He's got Moby on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Giving tent. Yeah, Moby is more defensive rather than giving the T and O.
Yeah.
Close. And the T for the triple. I still like Toby though.
He's playing Moby.
Moby,
which is fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Not opening it up at all. Well, I was giving it placing B and Y, but they're not particularly worrisome. Piotr's drawn the X, which will play next to Miasma for 40 points or so. The AX, which he's already picked off his rack.
Yeah.
It does inhibit Miasma somewhat. You can still play something ending in S, obviously, or SE, but it's a little less flexible than before. You may need that at a later point. He's got the last S, of course.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a fairly obvious move.
But there's nowhere for it, I don't think. Mitrite. Or nitrite, I don't know how you pronounce it.
Nitrite,
yeah.
It suddenly becomes one of these really awkward moves that I always think is one of the hardest situations in the game. You've either got an orphan, a bonus that doesn't play, or you've got a near bonus rack. How much of that bonus potential do you keep and how? And it can be extremely difficult.
He does have easy scoring plays next to AX, so Inter or Niter or things like that.
Yeah.
He'd like to find something that doesn't take an S. So
yeah,
if he wants to do that, which is probably best for him to do. There's no point in fishing for a bonus. There's nowhere to play one almost.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no S.
Yeah, so in other situations, you may well play like TI or tip with lots of bonus potential, but there is on the rack, but not on the board. So
yeah,
we expect something like Inter.
Well, this type a good TITER?
Yeah.
Probably that then.
Yeah, something, if he's got some combination that doesn't take an S. Tighter does, though.
Oh, it does. Okay, right.
Yeah. Niter's also good, but that also takes an S and a Y.
Yeah.
If only he could potentially block afterwards. In other words, if he had, say, DE, then he'd have axed in DE to go into the R, and then Piotr would only have one shot at the S hook.
He would, yes.
I'm not sure how likely it is. He's quite likely to pick an E, so he can block it next time, but not for a lot, unless he gets something like the D.
He is playing tighter, so...
Okay.
29.
Piotr's got Tugras on his rack.
Yeah, which would have gone down anyway.
It would, but it'll go down for a few more if he plays it.
This could be game-winning. I suppose the one advantage of tighter over Inter is there's some maybe slight uncertainty about it taking S, but that's surely not going to put off Piotr playing it here. Oh, he's not immediately saying it.
He's lined up Gersh.
Yeah.
So perhaps he's not seen it. It could be a very crucial miss if he doesn't find it.
It could, yes. And they seem to be playing very, very quickly. Maybe it's just my old age and everything seems to happen very quickly these days. I think too quickly.
Yes, I'd agree.
Time over.
Yeah.
I mean, the last game, if Piotr had taken more time to see Hausens, we wouldn't have had any endgame.
Now he's got Gast lineup, so he's obviously looking at the 40 odd.
What he's maybe done is maybe thought, well, this isn't a bonus, and he's dismissed it almost immediately.
Yes.
Because I bet if he were card boxing, he would see Togras pretty quickly. I assume he knows it.
I would think so. Yeah.
But to save time, he's mentally dismissed the chance of being a bonus too soon. I do remember playing tug. I find these words with H's quite difficult to know where the H goes. And I remember playing Tugrahs on ISC once, the Internet Scrabble Club.
Right.
Because from the sound of it, you can't always tell where the H is.
No, if you play by sound, then yes, it can be very misleading. You'll end up Gush then Gersh. He's obviously not seen Togras.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, if he were further behind, he would. Your mentality would be, I must get the bonus. And he'd be less likely
like
to miss it.
100 behind or something.
Yeah, or more, needing 2 bonuses.
Or maybe he's just not sure of titles at all. Maybe he's...
Well, but surely Gersh and such like, they're all going under tighter, presumably.
They are.
As he's setting them up.
And he's playing Gersh, so yes, he's missed Togras.
That could be a big miss, yeah.
I suspect it will be, yes.
I think he didn't even consider there being... He just immediately dismissed it. It'd be interesting to see what he says.
You may not know it, of course. It's not the highest probability 7 there is. It's been challenged, I think. One of them.
Is that just tighter, presumably? Titers?
Probably, yeah.
Right.
Because he probably wouldn't have played it if he knew it took an F.
Yeah, I think that's, as I mentioned before, that's maybe one of the reasons David played tighter as opposed to the other options. It's more, it looks less likely to take the S if you weren't sure.
Yes, and Craig confirming it was tighters that was challenged.
Yeah, I mean,
he was drawn a bunch of N's, 3 N's.
N is my plague pile. I have had 13 N's in a game.
13.
13, yes.
You played dinner, I guess, off the D, but it's not very inspiring. I suppose 2 N's.
Yeah, I think that has to be the play. I think, strangely, moves involving the blank are sometimes harder to see.
Yes, I've missed bonuses quite a lot through blank letters because you just don't visualize what they are. One weakness I do have.
How about 9? 9 in any, keeping ANE.
Yeah.
But with his slight lead, he doesn't want to leave a nice bonus spot, NE, and 2 nice floaters, NI.
You could play ANN and AZO. Just dispose of 2 N's. There's only 2 E's left, so keeping 2 E's isn't so bad.
Yeah.
There's 1 L left, so Lazo is a possibility.
Yeah, but that's pretty restrictive. Yeah, I think 9 is the move with a significant deficit, but not with his lead.
Yeah. You could play 9 under Ledia, of course, and keep 2 N's, AENN. Scores a bit and doesn't give anything away. Because the board's basically dead for bonuses right now.
Yeah. One thing in his favour, there's no N's left, so we can't pick any further N's. So 2 N's aren't bad if you know you're not going to get a third one.
Yeah, true.
Still nicely poised, because this is a low-scoring turn, so from his point of view, if Piotr can score, he's right back in it.
It's not to know that Gus was drawn Drek.
Yeah.
5,000, a couple of T's. He's gonna struggle to score, certainly, when it's his turn. Unless Azo is still available, he could play A2 above ZO. But anyway, it's not his move yet.
Yeah, I quite like your 9. 9 and Aoi, is it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Or Nay.
I quite like that.
9's surely better, though, because rather than Nay, because there's still 3 eyes to come.
Yeah. Put the onus on Piotr to try and open up.
Yeah, he's either going to use Azo or play something under Nosedive, which will open up the bottom left quite nicely. He's lined up A&E, which I can't agree with. I presume that's going above
Yeah, okay.
That's more reasonable, but
yeah,
surely you'd want to keep an E there.
Yeah, because there's only a couple of E's left. Double N, it's not great.
No,
I prefer your
agree with
9.
that.
I prefer your 9.
And it makes it easy for just to score and not open it up by, you could have an H and play HE or the W.
Yeah. But as it happens, he doesn't really have anything. He's been severely punished for Tugras.
As it should be, which is not always the case, of course, but in this case it is. So yeah, you could play A2 and NU, which opens it up. But
yeah, I like that.
Very limited choice.
I think he's got to open it up.
Yeah.
It'll balance his rack as well.
It will, yes.
I mean, the only way David could potentially block everything by playing through the I of A2, it still leaves the NU hook for a 7.
Yes.
I think I2 has to be the move.
Which he has lined up.
Yeah. Yeah, agree with that.
14.
Hope to draw a bonus that fits with NU.
Yeah. Well, there's blank unseen. Oit isn't bad.
Yeah.
It's quite consonantly bag, so
it is.
The 2 vowels and 1 consonant's pretty decent.
Most of them are on Dweeb's rack. He's got both C's.
Yeah.
Y.
Awkward rack.
Play Canny is the obvious move. Not a great lead though, CIU.
Yeah. Cyanic is possible. Leaving
NU.
That's
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That could be a game winner.
It could. Although Piotr has drawn Triolet, which will fit.
Ah, right. So
and he'd have Clotier, wouldn't he? If he played Cyanic.
Yes. Yep. And he's got the 7 anyway.
Yes. So after Canny, if he does play Canny, which is lined up, he will be, 54 ahead, and Triolet's only face value, so it'll be...
Yeah, so it's going to be nicely poised, which is good for us as observers.
Yeah, and he's playing Canny. It's obvious move.
Yeah. Fairly reasonable move.
Oh, Yucca, that's nice. With the double C. YUCA.
Is it Tortile?
And Triolet, yes.
Tortile. I don't suppose it matters
Tortile.
too much which you play, does it?
Well, he's leaving the E over the triple, which could be important. Although there's now 2 spots to score with E's, so maybe he thinks I need to use one of them.
Okay.
If he plays Triolet, then David plays above A and E. How's he going to score next move?
Yeah, probably best not to waste a lot of time playing it. There probably can't be too much in it.
No. So he's now 8 ahead, and he's emptied the bag, I think.
Right.
He's not drawn
Very
the blank.
interesting.
He's drawn both the H and the W. So
blank to David, but awkward stuff with it.
Yes. So this is going to be very, very interesting indeed.
Indeed. Yep.
Because Piotr can play Hugh above, or Dew above A and E. That's going to score heavily. And he can't block it that easily and score. He might have to use the blank for Lazo, play up there. You could play Kagul and Lazo. That inhibits... Well, he can still play Hugh to the other side. How much does that score? That's 32. So that would put him 24 ahead. Hugh is 32, so he's 8 up. And then he just needs to go out because Piotr's got 2D. So I think Kagul may win unless I'm overlooking something even better with Piotr's rack. But that's one possible winning line.
Yeah.
You may not know that spelling, of course, but you'd expect him to.
Yeah, so you're reckoning it's David's game?
If I'm correct in saying that Kagul... well, it scores so well. You probably almost have to play it anyway. Lots of outs, yes. Like KI, for example.
Right, I have cheated yet again with Quackle. It says that there are 4 wins. I'll not say what they are. There are 4 wins. There are 2 ways to draw, and surprisingly, Cagoule isn't one of them.
So Cagoule doesn't win?
Not according to Quackle.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
It says after
very odd.
After Cagoule, Hugh goes down for 32 to take an 8-point lead.
He plays that with
yeah,
AI,
that
wins.
So yeah, I think Quackle's messed up there. It's not 100% with endgames. It was difficult to see Cagoule losing, and it doesn't in fact seem to lose. So we'll have to add that to the pile. It also had 4 other wins, and potentially more.
How is it? You can spell Cagoule without an E, right?
Oh no, you're right. The spelling is fine. It's just messed up. It obviously thinks that Piotr can score his way out when in fact he can't.
That's very odd.
Yeah, it does make those mistakes occasionally.
We could play CLOU and Lazo. That does block. Although AGI is not that easy to go out with next turn.
I think if he scores and leaves an out, he should be okay.
Do all the wins involve using Lazo?
1 sec. I'm just running through the... It reckons Clue wins. Gao and Up wins. Gop and Up. Gop onto the P of Plots wins. And Goa over Moby wins. Huic and Lack being a draw, and Goa, Op and Allah being a draw. But we can't trust Quackle.
No, sorry, Quackle. It's not seeing Cagoule. We can't trust it.
Well, it saw Cagoule, but that was its static choice. But it didn't realise that won, strangely. Now, presumably David's got lots of time.
Well, he's played pretty quickly, so I would hope so.
Yeah. What's he going to do? So suppose he plays... Let's suppose he misses Cagoule. Clue's still going to win. What's he going to do after Clue?
Where's Clue, sorry?
Lazo. I thought that was you saying it would block.
Oh, so CLO. Oh, sorry, CLO. Yes, that wasn't my suggestion.
But I had if he plays AGI
play. Where does AGI play?
I'm not sure it does.
AGILA? Is that good? Or am I making that up?
Yeah, Aguila is good. Which would have to be... Yeah, you're right. Clue would leave Aguila.
Oh, Yaji as well, of course, saying in the chat. Andrew Goodwin, I think, AN9REW is.
So what was the other move?
Yaji. YAGI.
Oh, Yagi. Oh, the aerial. Yeah.
And Agila. So, yeah. He's lined up Guano by the looks of it. Oh, Craig's saying that the players have misscored and they've got Dweeb as having 1 point fewer than he actually has.
Okay, I'm not sure that changes anything.
No.
Well, it would make the draws into losses from David's point of view.
Yes, that's true.
Those are kind of strange moves. I'd be surprised if I think Go Ab and AY.
I assume Go wins. Go wins because if he does play Q, then he's going to play Uric or something, making CHE or CHI if he has the higher scoring one. Although he could play DEW and not give away the triple. What will he do then with CUI blank?
Well, he's got outs, which should be enough.
Right. I'm not sure where Guano's going, if that's what he's lined up.
No, it's a bit odd.
unless he's trying to block Hugh, just trying to block all the scoring spots. But surely there are better ways of doing that if he really wants to block.
You can get over obsessed with blocking. I think the key here is to just think how you can win regardless of Hugh being played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at Quackle here. After Goa, it reckons due.
Yeah.
And then Huick onto Lack should win by 3 points, and that would be 2 even with the miscounting.
Okay. So he has but he's still got Guano lined up.
And where's
does Guano win?
Well, we haven't decided where it's going. Where's Guano going?
Greg is saying above A&E.
Oh, sorry. I don't think that. Well, it's not on Quackle's list, but as we've seen, it's not infallible.
It's 17 points.
Right.
So he's back at 9 up. But where's CI going to go for any kind of a score?
Right. Guano puts him 9 points ahead. Ironically, Piotr still plays Hugh just above Guano for 30. That puts him 21 ahead. David
Right.
need to score 21 minus 8, 13 with CI to draw.
Which isn't going to happen.
It's not going to happen. He's only got 1 out with Tick for 5. So Guano is not going to win. In fact, it loses by about 8. So it's not even close. You see, I think he's maybe got in the mindset that in these situations you've got several ways to win. One is maybe to block the scoring spots. One is to go out in 2. And I think he's falsely blocked the score.
He's obviously not seen that he can still play Hugh above it for fewer points, but enough.
Yeah, he had several endgame wins there, David, and that is not one of them.
No. And surely Piotr will see Hugh.
Well, again, presumably he's got a lot of time. He's lining it up. According to this, there's actually 4 ways to win. You can play Ed, EDH, and Math. That's even harder to see. Bottom right. And the other 2 ways are simply to block David's out. David's only out is Tick. So there's 2 ways he can block that and win.
Yeah.
But the simplest way is just to play Hugh as he's done, and he wins on score.
Yeah.
So not an easy end game, but David had many ways to win it, and he didn't. So that's probably going to be crucial in the match.
You probably say match over at this point, really.
Yeah, psychologically, and he'll know. They'll have an analysis after, and I think Craig will probably tell him that he could have won. Yeah, good game. I think, David's error was to be over-focused on blocking Piotr's scoring spot when his way to win was to score enough by going out in 2.
Yeah.
There were several ways to do that. And Yurkagul is obviously the best way, but I think I might have played Goa and seen that just won.
I just had to go out in 2.
Yeah.
I think and score. I could probably have with the
well done, Piotr.
Set something up for myself.
Again, he seemed to survive, generally playing really well and surviving any mistakes like Tugra's.
Was there something?